had to drink some Mountain Dew for the end of the year. Hello everyone, this is Video Game Love here. I want to make like a fun type of video. So I was originally supposed to make this video last week, but I got sick. But if there's one thing that I'm going to remember 2022, it's for a number of reasons. One, really got into the Castlevania series. I'm about to beat 10 Castlevania games this year. Of course, you know, YouTube content I've been doing. My Atlanta Hawks have been bad. The World Cup was amazing. The Braves were good this year. The Cubs, not so much. But there's one thing that I'm always going to remember 2022 for is handheld gaming. But mainly the PSP and my weird obsession of buying 6 different PSPs. So, I think a lot of people may knew about this, but I bought over 6 PSPs this year. And altogether, I had 7 just this year. We had the PSP Go, which was the one that I had for the longest time. It's the one that, it was my very first PSP I had, and I ended up getting rid of it. And the reason for that was I eventually didn't like the size of the PSP Go. It was too small for me, and I didn't like that it was all digital. I know a lot of people love the PSP Go because it's so light and small, but the fact that there's no optical drive, you're gonna have to keep on using ISOs to play the PSP games. And unfortunately, they take up too much space. It gets a little bit annoying how every time if I want to play a game, I'll have to delete the game and put a new one, and it got annoying. So I ended up buying real cheap a PSP 1000. And for a short period of time, I really enjoyed that PSP 1000. It was really, really nice, very comfortable. The analog stick was good and all. But the one thing I didn't like about the 1000 was the D-pad sucked. The D-pad was terrible. And it's not just that particular 1000. That's how the 1000 is. But I had fun with it for a short period of time, you know, to play UMD, you know, regular PSP games, and, you know, also download PSP games. I hacked that PSP, so it was good. However, though, I think this was around May when this happened. I found a red PSP 2000, and it was actually the God of War PSP. And it was about $50, and I picked it up. And the reason why it was so cheap, it was because the UMD drive was broken. I thought I could fix it, but it didn't work out so well. But I bought it mainly to just download games for it. And one thing that I loved about that PSP 2000 was the D-pad. The D-pad was amazing. It felt so good in my hands, and I was really loving it. That was until the analog stick was broken. And I could not play on the thing. Not even with the D-pad. When I was playing Midway Arcade Treasures on the PSP, the screen would just keep, you know, scrolling down and down and down and down. And I couldn't do it. So I ended up sending it back. And I ended up getting a white PSP 2000. Unfortunately, that PSP had issues. And the reason for the issue was the screen was messed up. There will be like these weird lines, vertical lines on the PSP, and it was very, very distracting. However, though, I decided to keep it because I was going to get a 3000, which is this one right here. This is the one that NES Addict, gave this to me at Southeast Game Exchange. You know, and I love this PSP 3000 a lot. However, though, what some may not remember was right before the Southeast Game Exchange, I ended up buying another 3000. And I found this for only $60. I couldn't believe it. So I couldn't pass that. So I ended up buying that. And then once I got the 3000, I ended up selling the 1000 and the 2000. And I ended up having this beautiful silver 3000. And the D-pad, oh, it was amazing. Everything worked flawless. So I had this one and the silver one. And then I made one of the dumbest decisions of this year. I ended up selling the silver 3000 to get another 1000. And I don't know why I did it. I guess because I missed having the 1000. Then I played it a little bit, and then I was like, why did I bought this thing? Sold it again. So now I'm back to having just one PSP. Now, for next year's Southeast Game Exchange, or if I find another PSP for a good price, I'll actually pick up another 3DS. Another PSP 3000, so that way I can have a backup PSP. So, but this PSP is staying in my collection forever, obviously. And I thank NES Addict for giving this to me. But it's just kind of funny to think that I bought 6 PSPs this entire year. It's just really hilarious. But back to one. Don't think it's going to happen again. Now, who knows? Maybe I might pick up another 2000. I mean, I'm just going to say this right now. I cannot go back to the 1000. I cannot go back to the 1000. That D-pad on the PSP 1000 is so bad. It's so bad. So I just can't do it. Can't do it. Not gonna happen. Nope, not happening. But if I get another PSP, it'll be either a 2000 or a 3000. The 2000 is really good. I really like the 2000, but I think the 3000 is slightly better. I don't think I'm ever getting the PSP Go again. Was not a fan of it, even though I had it for all those years. But I just wasn't really of a big fan of the PSP Go. Mainly the D-pad wasn't all that good. It was too small and very skinny that could hurt my hands for a little bit. But and another thing is that the idea was just all digital. I didn't like it. But happy to have this PSP. Plan to get one more for next year. And I plan on getting more and more PSP games, which I've been getting as of late. So, but yeah, this year was pretty much the year of the PSP for me, and the DS. I beat so many games, a lot of it was because of the DS and PSP. So, but anyways, guys, let me know what you think of this video. I'll see you guys tomorrow for my final video of 2022. Catch you guys later. Video Game Lover 58, sign out.